Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. We welcome you to our PV Systems Technology Trends SNEC and Intersolar product review, held virtually during 2 days. That's today and on Thursday, where we bring together the latest innovations from the world's largest solar trade shows. This event is part of our regular online conference offering, and as usual, it is organized by our team in Asia and Europe. My name is Michael Schmela, and I'm the Managing Director of TaiyangNews, all about solar. So, first of all, thanks to the sponsors of this event. Without them, we couldn't do that, at least on that size and that extent for free. So thanks to Longji, Aiko, Huasan, Jinko, Trina, DMEC, GCL, Tongwei, and Das Solar. If you're interested to sponsor any of our events, please get in touch. Our marketing people will be happy to help you. If you're new to us, some information on housekeeping, please use the chat function. I just wrote a brief note already in the morning. This is our virtual discussion room where you can chat with anyone around publicly. So please use that. It's for networking, it's for comments, it's for questions. So whenever you feel you want to express yourself, please use it. But there's a small but while using it, please be nice, even if you don't agree with someone's comment. Please keep the netiquette. Thanks. Okay, the tagline of this event is latest solar product innovations presented at the world's largest solar trade shows. That was Intersolar, or Smarter E, how it's called today, in Europe, in Munich in May, and SNEC or SNEC in Shanghai at the beginning of this month. And that's what we plan to have in our agenda today. So simply, and on Thursday, simply to kind of show from the market leaders in the segment, and that includes advanced solar modules, inverters, battery storage, mounting systems, and other BOS and products, simply the latest what has been presented at the show. So we at TaiyangNews had the pleasure to attend both events, and it was really interesting. So I've been going to these events for many years. How the shows had again changed this year compared to last year and the previous years. So when we take into consideration these huge overcapacities that we have, and and I think that's also one takeaway, no end in sight, unfortunately, now we see record low prices, putting a lot of pressure on manufacturers and some relief on developers. And after a very strong growth years, we are expecting also a slowing market in the coming years. The mood, and that was really interesting to see at both shows, was actually not so bad. Probably better than the actual situation is. We saw still halls packed with exhibitors. Just digged up some numbers. At Smarter E, it was 2,740. So that was down around 270 from the 2024 record of around 3,000. And at SNEC, I think there were different numbers that you could see, but from what I understood, that were around 3,000 exhibitors, and that was down nearly 600 from the year before. But it was mostly small companies that were not showing up, maybe even disappearing. So it's a bit intransparent how the consolidation is going on in China. Anyway, the number of attendees was more or less at last year's level, according to organizers. So that was around 107,000 in Munich and 500,000 in Shanghai, whereas in Shanghai they count somewhat differently. It's simply every entry to the show is simply counted. So that means if you go enter 3 times on the 3 days, you're counted 3 times. Okay, so interest was big, and it was worth going there. At least I felt that it was worth attending, and it was really striking to see how much innovation there's still in this sector. It was obviously on reduction on cost reduction for system products. So it was one focus was on further increase in efficiency on the module side. You saw higher and higher efficiencies. We will go into that later. But this time, and I think that was true at both shows, it was even more about hybridization on the system side. So we all know batteries are the profit center of many companies today. So the focus was clearly on this part of the system. And it was, of course, also about digital integration. So in many countries, maturing markets in particular, we're seeing huge challenges with the amount of solar and wind being now feeding into the grid. And so digital integration, energy management systems, and these things were also, you could see a lot of innovation taking place there. So yeah, let's maybe start and see what was presented. So our program looks like this for today. So we will start first with my colleague Shravan, who will give an overview on what we see in terms of commercial efficiencies in the market. We recently published a report with our latest update from our top solar modules. It's a bit different than what you could see at the show. There, the numbers were quite a bit higher, but these examples were not necessarily for order now, and might be seen only in a few months or actually even years when you talk about perovskite. Nevertheless, so Shravan talks a little bit what's available today. Then we will have several module companies talking. We will have LONGi focusing primarily on back contact technology. We have Jinko, Tongwei, DMAC showing their offerings. GCL will focus on an interesting aspect, which is traceability and low carbon, which is also interesting because they have the advantage of fluidized bed reactor silicon. And that's also interesting, we are looking at products and topics that are not directly module related. So we're happy to have with us Weidmüller, which was also one of the winners of the Intersolar Photovoltaics Award, talking about an interesting surge protection device. We have with K2 a mounting systems company, and with MBJ a company that's offering electroluminescence inspection for PV systems. So that's it in a nutshell for today. Tomorrow we will have also storage companies speak, inverter companies speak, and we will also have a panel discussion where we then reflect on what we've learned during the 2 days. Sorry, it's on Thursday, obviously. And yeah, that leaves me saying one thing: the event is being recorded. There's often questions in the chat, so we will share the recordings on our TaiyangNews YouTube channel, and we will also write summary articles on the presentations. In any case, you will have also some summaries after the event. So now I'm looking forward to a dynamic exchange of ideas and practical knowledge that will hopefully help guide your strategic decisions in this rapidly evolving, but at the moment, very challenging industry.